a risk management framework for NFM. Figure 2 highlights a pathway through the risk management cycle that attempts to integrate core elements needed for modern flood risk management, adapted for NFM with its distinguishing features of highly distributed interventions and uncertain impacts. This framework was developed and applied in the course of the Cumbrian project for identification of the types of NFM opportunities introduced earlier, with whole catchment modeling being applied to map potential risk reduction benefits. The risk management cycle for NFM. This first step was undertaken for the Cumbrian project using rapid overland flow modeling approach using a 2 meters resolution 2D flow model to identify where modification of features in the landscape to slow and store surface water flows might make the most difference. These included the use of RAFs at locations of high flow accumulation, tree planting, and soil structure improvements. The speed of setup, very high resolution and rapid run times of flow meant we were able to rapidly assess the effectiveness of these very distributed NFM measures, before sharing with catchment partners. Our work in Cumbria has involved a wide range of catchment partners including landowners, flood management agencies, voluntary groups and farming groups, who use the whole catchment mapping to refine potential opportunities for NFM deployments and also prioritize areas for more detailed modeling. The sub-catchments containing the most promising opportunities based on the flow modeling were prioritized for more detailed uncertainty investigation using Dynamic Top Model to compute the projected benefits of NFM. Dynamic Top Model provides a tool to help understand the effects of NFM on the total hydrograph, including contributions from overland flow and subsurface flow. The detailed models were calibrated against observed data collected during the period November to December 2015. In order to capture the flows arising from a sequence of prolonged and intense rainfall events associated with storms Abigail and Barney prior to the most severe storm, Desmond, 4 December 6, 2015, which led to extreme rainfall and flooding in Cumbria. An uncertainty framework was used to represent not only the uncertainties in the parameters used in the model but also the gaps in the scientific evidence on how different NFM measures influence catchment processes, Figure 3. A large number of simulations were undertaken for each catchment, and a set of model parameterizations showing acceptable performance on the basis of the evidence, were identified based on a range of measures including the ability of the models to reproduce the observed peak flow for Storm Desmond. Stratified sampling of parameter uncertainty and fuzziness in evidence parameter changes to reflect NFM interventions. A. Weighted evidence for effective parameter values, B. Weighted evidence for change in effective parameter values to reflect NFM intervention, C. Resulting change to peak flow and hydrograph response as a result of NFM, D. Confidence in magnitude of peak flow change based on combined weightings. The next sections cover the broad steps in this flowchart.